Yay Media Group.
Even my mom and dad go, my mom's like, ya no reconozco mucha gente. And I'm like,
You're like, no, I gotta keep this alive. We're gonna go every single year.
And my mom, like, she gets upset at me. Oh, thank God this podcast is in English, because I don't think she'll watch this one.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Spill the Beans podcast
For the girls.
Today we have a very special guest. You may know her as a Western chic, stylish Barbie queen, Miss Adriana Gabriela.
She's a little shy.
Also known as Adriela on social media. Yay. How are you doing today, queen?
I was perfectly fine until you started recording, and I got a little nervous.
Same here, girl.
I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. I haven't done a podcast in a cool little minute, and I've never done one solo.
Never.
Like, I feel like I'm missing something.
I know. Like your other half.
Where is my millionera?
Or in English, right?
And I've never done a podcast in English.
Well, we are honored to
Porque
be
me
your
regañan.
first.
Thanks. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, we're so happy
Or
to
I'm
be
so
here.
happy you guys are here.
Thanks for having us at your house. But thanks for being on our podcast.
Literally, thank you so much. We're so honored to have you on the podcast today. And we have so much we want to talk about. First and foremost, we know you are a baddie. You are the face of Peranoche alongside your husband and a business owner, a work-from-home mom. I can keep going and going and going.
Another club.
Literally.
And on top of all of that, you are an amazing mom. How do you find the time to balance everything?
Sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you just go a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. It took me a very long time. My baby is almost 2 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel like I'm barely getting the hang of everything. And in the beginning, I feel like it was so hard for me to like ask for help. Like even for my mom helped all my sisters with their kids and all the ones that are here in California. And I don't know why I was like, you know what? She can't. She's too busy. She's helping my dad. And it wasn't until she started walking where I was like, you know what, Mom? I think you can handle her now. She's, she'll tell you what she wants to know. Yeah. And so I started asking for help. And I feel like that's kind of when I was like, okay, like we could do this. I would leave her at my mom's and Jorge and I would go work at a coffee shop, or we would just like little by little start doing, little things like that where I can actually get work done. So that's nice now with help.
Yeah.
Help.
And I also feel like what's admirable about you guys is that you bring her everywhere with you.
Yeah, she goes everywhere with me.
How do you balance that? Like, is it overstimulating or would you say like Jorge helps you a lot?
Oh, definitely. If it wasn't for Jorge, like we would not be able to do it. But for the most part, whenever we do go somewhere, we take someone with us because it's impossible to do it with us, especially like when we went to Dallas where we're taking pictures with people. Like I had to find somebody or else I wouldn't be able to go.
Right.
Because I mean, I've never left her, you guys. And not because I don't want to, but I mean, I've tried to ask Jorge's mom, like, can we leave her with you for like a weekend? And she gets a little nervous. She's never had that. And she's like, what if she starts crying? What if I don't know what to do? And I'm like, oh, she's like older where she'll tell you what she wants. So I feel like we're working on that. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like she's older and more independent. So it's easier now for sure.
Literally all last night and all this morning, I'm like, I was singing with her. So you una chica independiente. And she'll start singing it like, independiente.
Add that to my
I know, like,
notes.
yeah, she's a big girl.
That is so cute.
But yeah, definitely I would not be able to do it. Jorge is super hands-on. And so it's just, I mean, you guys know teamwork makes the dream work. We wouldn't be able to do it without each other, really.
Yeah.
How would you say the transition was from being just you and Jorge, work, travel, to being you, Jorge, and the baby, and then still having to work, and travel?
I really struggled with it in the beginning. Like, I was like, when I found out I was first pregnant, I was like, oh, like, no pasa nada. Like, I'm so excited. I was super excited. And then my sister came to me one time. She's like, you do realize, like, you and, whoa, I'm getting emotional way too quick.
Oh,
she's like, you do realize, like, you guys aren't going to be able to work out together. What the
No, it's okay. I'm like, you haven't talked about this in a long time.
Yeah.
So no judge zone here.
What the hell?
Vent to us, queen.
And yeah, she said, you guys are gonna like be able to do everything together like you do now. And I was like, and I broke down like in tears because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't think about it. We're like literally like, we used to go to the gym together. We used to do everything together, and we still do. but we can't go to the gym together anymore, you know, and stuff like that. But I was like heartbroken. I was like, why would you tell me that? I never would have thought about it if you didn't like put it in my head. So it was, what was the question again?
Like how was the transition?
The transition. It was, you know, it wasn't too bad. I actually did enjoy my life becoming a little slower. Mm-hmm. It's part of life. It's just like una etapa that we're going through right now. And I honestly enjoyed it because we were going to all these parties, all these events, and I was getting super overstimulated where my social battery runs out super quick. Ahorita más que nunca, but so I kind of enjoyed like the slow, I can't.
Darn it.
Like now you have an excuse.
I don't have a babysitter. Like,
like I don't want to find a babysitter.
But if it's something important, obviously when we figure it out, but I don't mind missing out on all the parties and all the events.
You don't have FOMO ni nada. Now you're just like, yes, I'll
Thank
stay
God.
home.
No, I don't. And then a lot of times I tell Jorge, I'm like, go, because Jorge is a super social butterfly. And I'm like, go, please go, like represent us.
Yes.
And he'll go and, you know, he'll take one for the team, but he loves it.
I love that. And I feel like you guys have always been a team.
Yeah.
Like it's Adriana and Jorge, pero noche Adriana.
Yeah.
Jorge.
And a lot of people that didn't realize, like know us before, they would, like, so who started first and this and that. I'm like, or how was it? Like, were you know, I'm like, it was both of us, like literally
together
day
at the
one.
same time.
From day one. So it was pretty great to see, like, you know, that we grew up in this world together.
Yeah. So kind of piggybacking off of you saying that your sister came to you and literally made you break down because you hadn't thought about it. Are there any other things that people were like, well, just wait until the baby comes? Like something that was so annoying.
They're so annoying. That's like the most annoying thing you could tell somebody when they're like expecting. Like, just wait. Oh, just wait for what? This is literally like everything I've ever dreamed of.
Yeah, exactly.
And just seeing, especially right now, she got her little attitude. She's little Miss Sola. She wants to do everything sola. There's nothing, just wait. Like, I don't know why they say that.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people that say that, maybe they just don't have support or like a supportive partner or like any help. But
I don't know why people.
I would never say that.
Yeah, it's not.
I would never say that to somebody that's pregnant. Another one that they say is like, sleep now. I'm like, girl, because
exactly.
And I remember when I first had Celine, you had texted me, and I will never forget this because like now I say it like to my sister. You told me, you texted me one day and you were like, the nights are long, but the weeks are short. Oh my God, literally about to have a 2-year-old. Yeah, it's crazy.
And you don't even remember.
No,
the nights are like, wait,
you can't even be mad because like this baby wakes up and is looking you straight in the eye, and it's like you've waited for this moment for so long. You can't even be mad at this baby, especially if they start smiling or like making little noise.
Oh,
you can't even be mad. So
you're like, okay, here's your boob.
Yeah, literally.
Nothing hits like home cooking, and HelloFresh makes it easy to do more of it this year with recipes that feel good and taste delicious night after night.
It's important to bring everyone together with simple and rewarding meals on a busy weeknight. With HelloFresh, browse more than 100 recipes every week, including cuisines from around the world, meals that help you beat the winter blues, and now 3 times the amount of seafood for no upcharge.
HelloFresh meals are made with wholesome ingredients like sustainably sourced seafood, 100% antibiotic and hormone-free chicken, and seasonal produce like pears, apples, and asparagus, plus high protein and even GLP-1 friendly options too.
And with bigger portions from HelloFresh, everyone will feel impressed and satisfied by the end of the meal. I love HelloFresh because it allows me to turn off my brain by the time dinner time comes around.
And for me, HelloFresh really helps on those busy days where I just want to get dinner on the table in 30 minutes so we can go outside and enjoy the very few hours of sunlight we have left in the afternoon. When dinner tastes this good, nothing hits like home cooking.
Go to HelloFresh.com/spillthebeans10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free Zwilling knife, a $144.99 value on your third box.
Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan.
Piggybacking off of that, I know you guys had said, you had said you guys are both a team and everything is a team for you guys. How would you say you keep your marriage a priority on top of, you know, being parents and everything else?
You know what? That's a tough one. I feel like for the first months, your marriage is kind of put on the back burner. I don't know if you guys
Absolutely.
relate to that.
Absolutely.
But in the beginning, like, you kind of go a little crazy and you forget. You kind of forget, like, it was just you two. Like, you have to sometimes remind each other, like, we're a team. Like, but it was hard. And I would be lying if I didn't say, like, we barely this year, these past few months, started putting ourselves first again, because we're so caught up in being parents and making sure she's good and making sure she's, you know, achieving her whatever, like, she's got to do, and just focusing, like, pretty much 1,000% on the baby. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't until, like, these past months where my mom started helping me a little bit more, where, like, even just going for coffee alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, like, breakfast yesterday alone. Mm-hmm. And just having those little moments, even though it doesn't look like a full trip to Mazatlan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we would get up and be like, let's go to Mazatlan next week. And we would just go. And so we were always super adventurous, and we were always doing, like, crazy things. So now, you know, when he's like, let's plan a trip, I'm like, okay. Like, I have to, like, visualize it with the baby. Like, okay, how would we do that? So it's definitely a lot harder. If you guys have any tips, please let me know.
Like, leave them down below.
Leave them down below, because and then I know a lot of parents, like, after they put the baby down to sleep, like, they have alone time.
Yes.
And sometimes we don't even get that, because lately we've been going to bed at the same time as her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, it's 9 o'clock. Hell yeah, let's go to sleep.
Time for bed.
Everybody shower and to bed.
Yeah.
And so I would be lying if I didn't say we were still kind of struggling with that a little bit, to prioritize ourselves. And sometimes it'd be like, come on, let's go out tonight. But I'm like, we don't have a babysitter. I don't have anything to wear. So, like, no, I need to plan ahead. And sometimes I just need to be a little bit more spontaneous. And I give myself a hard time about that, because I know, like, I'm like, Adriana, you used to be so much fun. Come on, like, bring her back. And so we're still working on that. But if you guys have any tips, let us know down below, because
Yeah, if anything I've noticed by hanging out with you is that you're very organized. So I can see yes, like, when we're going out with the kids, you have your snacks, the water cup, the pañalera, like, you have every single thing. So I can see how it's hard to just spontaneously go out at night.
I'm not as spontaneous as I used to be. But now I feel like, now that she's a little older, it's easier to just grab a diaper and wipe.
Absolutely.
And if we need a snack, girl, we'll stop on the way.
Exactly.
So that's what I do love about, like, one of my good friends. She's like, she went out for the weekend and she has a newborn. She's like, I feel like I'm taking my whole house. I'm like, yeah. I was like, but it's okay. The older they get, the less you'll need.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you're gonna be okay. Yeah. And so it's nice. I just grab my purse, throw a diaper in there, and let's go.
Like, con uno tiene.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Do you think that you pretty much lived out your 20s till now that you are a mom? You're like, no, like, there's nothing I'm missing out
baby.
on. No
my
drinking.
sister started taking me out as soon as I was able to go out. Like, she would even go talk to the security guards, like, if I was underage, and they would, like, always, and I wouldn't drink.
Yeah.
I wasn't even wearing makeup at the time. Like, I was literally like una bien inocente. And so, because my sister's 8 years older than me, so I started going out at a young age. And so I feel like I definitely lived my best life, baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, when everybody was talking about 2016, I was like, 2016?
Oh,
that was my year, baby. Okay.
She said, you don't even know.
And I told Jorge, he's like, why is everybody talking about 2016? I'm like, I don't know what it is about 2016, but I feel like it's everybody's best year.
It really was.
And I called my little sister. I was like, watch, I'm going to call my little sister, Tina. And I called her on, what is it? Speaker. And I'm like, Tina, what was your favorite year in the whole wide world? And she's like, 2016. And Jorge looked at me like, what the? Like, well, because Tina and I went to Mexico that summer.
Oh.
And we were there all summer. It was the summer before him. Jorge? Yeah. It was the summer before him.
Gosh.
I love you, honey, but
Allegedly.
yeah, well, I had just graduated college.
Oh, so you were living your best life.
I just graduated college. I had my sister and I took, like, a backpacking trip to Europe, and then with extra financial aid that I had some extra money. I'm like, what am I going to do with this money? And so we booked the trip, and then we got back, and then from there we went to Mexico. And I was going to stay for like 2 weeks. We ended up staying for like months.
Oh my God. Is that when you said you were like there for 6 months? Or
yeah.
No, was it?
Oh my God.
And my sister came back and she had to go to school. I was like, I'll catch up to you later, girl.
Couldn't be me.
Running out of money. But I was, in Mexico, you don't really, I was going with my tias to go eat.
Oh, I love
and we were just, it was just the best.
And growing up, you would go to Mexico a lot? you would say?
Yeah, my parents would take us every summer. And I know a lot of people, we would go every summer and for 2 months. So he would take us, we would drive there. There were 6 of us in a Suburban.
My goodness.
Most of the time with no AC. Like, it was crazy. And now I'm like, dude, my dad's not a very good driver. I don't know how we made it. I don't know how we made it all the way to Mexico, girl. Like, he is probably the worst driver I know. And so I'm like, how the hell did we make it to Mexico every year? And he would take us and he would leave us there for 2 months. And then he would come back, work like on the bus or fly. And then at the end of the summer, he would go pick us up and we would drive back and then go to school.
Wait, that is so cool that you had all your siblings there with you.
Yeah. But then there was like 7 years where we stopped going. Some say it's because of it was dangerous, but others might say it was because we were at the age where we started talking to boys. And we were all, my dad had 5 girls, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember one summer, it was the night before we were coming home. And it was hilarious because like we were all outside talking, like in una esquinita with like our little crushes. And my dad walked out. He's like, "Métanse pa dentro." And that was the last summer we were there. So I say it's because my dad was like, hell no, like all my daughters out here.
So that's the dangerous part he was talking about.
Like the boys.
I think so. And he'll never admit it. But I'm pretty sure that's why he stopped taking us. And it wasn't until we were old enough to like kind of go on our own where we're like, okay, it's time, baby, we're back.
That is actually insane. I love that.
So funny. He saw his future and he said, Dad, I'm not liking this.
He said it's too dangerous. Stay home.
And then I even like got a key. This like tattoo. I got it. It's the key to our house in Mexico. And some people don't believe me. They're like, "Who has the lock?" Like they think it's like a guy.
I'm dead.
Or who? And I'm like, one lady was like so terca that like, "You're lying." I'm like, why would I lie about that? Like, that's like my childhood memories. Like
you're like, it is my heart. It's my house.
Yeah. And so I literally like I feel like that's what I want to do for Celine. Like I want to like take her every summer. Or more, like as often as we can. Like we're hopefully trying to plan a trip to go within these next few months. And so like she loves it, I love it, and it's just hard now because now that she's getting a little bit older, it breaks my heart when she's like has to say bye to her grandma.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember saying bye to my grandma and like we would cry the whole like hour after we left. And now that she's getting older, I'm like, damn, like she's not crying, but I'm crying because I know like this is so sad.
Yeah, she's gonna. That's amazing that you want to give her that same childhood that you lived, because I'm like, that is priceless, core memories. Yeah, and it seems like it's so different over there. You live so differently over there. She's gonna be so grounded in the way that we live here a certain way, but over there it's completely different. Mm-hmm.
And it makes me so sad to think about, like, I see a lot of my cousins that don't care to go back. They don't want to go back. Like they can care less. And I'm like, damn, dude, it's literally slowly dying out where like my parents were from there, so it's easy for us to go back, and Jorge's parents are from there. But like when Celine is older, like I pray that she wants to go just because or like, and then I feel like every generation it's like como que menos y menos, and it's so
absolutely
sad. It makes me so sad.
I feel like the ranchitos especially, like it's just kind of dying out. It's so sad to say, but like same where we're from, I feel like it's just less people. It's the only people that are there right now, it's like the older people, because
even my mom and dad go. My mom's like, ya no reconozco mucha gente, and I'm like,
you're like, no, I gotta keep this alive. We're gonna go every single year.
And my mom, like, she gets upset at me. Oh, thank God this podcast is in English, because I don't think she'll watch this one. Sometimes she gets upset that, like, because Jorge and I's rancho, they're only like 25 minutes away. We're from the same town, but it's like kind of saying like, oh, well, you guys wouldn't know. Like Colorado, like from different ends of Colorado.
Okay.
I mean, same, I don't know. It's saying like, how would I explain
It's the same thing, but a different like ranchitos.
Yeah. So it's the same town, but we're just on different ends.
Okay.
And his is like un rancho afuera del pueblo. And so my mom will get upset. Like, you didn't stay at our house. Like, she gets mad at me. But I'm like, Mom, it's kind of hard sometimes. Like, I go as often as I can. But, like, my grandparents aren't there. Like, all my, like, tias aren't really there. And so, like, I still love to go. And, of course, like, my heart is there. But when we go, like, we go to stay with Jorge's parents. And he doesn't get to see his parents every day. You know what I mean? So, like, I can never make her understand that, like, we're there to spend time with his family, and I'll go to town as much as I can. But she I don't know, she gets upset, and I don't know how I can make her understand that. we got to split ourselves up, girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then she doesn't get mad at my sisters that don't go because their boyfriends are not even from there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I go as more than all my sisters.
Yeah, I think that's hard though, as having Hispanic moms too. You know, it's like there's a lot of things that they don't understand,
and won't.
And they don't try to
sometimes.
put themselves in your shoes. It's just like
sometimes not quieren.
Yeah,
they don't even try.
With that being said, is there something that you are implementing in yours and Celine's relationship that you maybe didn't see a lot of with your mom and your sisters? Or
I think about that all the time. You know, my mom was always, I love my mom, obviously. I love her to death.
Of course.
But she broke a lot of, like, okay, so my grandma, she was tough. She would hit, you know, my mom and all of us. She had 12 kids. So she had to keep them on check, girl. And they grew up in a different time where they were kind of very, like, abusive. And my mom, thank God, she didn't really take that on where she would, she would spank us here and there, but she wouldn't hit us like crazy. And so I was like, okay, you know, my mom was better than my grandma. And so each time we try to become better, right?
Yes.
The one thing about my mom is like you can't really tell her something and be like, okay, but don't tell dad or don't tell your sisters, don't tell. And my mom, you know, she's a typical Mexican woman where she likes to cheese me out and stuff. So like I learned at a young age, unfortunately, that I couldn't tell her certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll give an example. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna go for it.
Spill the beans, girl.
When I was in this, and it sucks because like I love my mom, and I hope you guys can relate to some people.
Absolutely.
Because,
Yes.
Because I had this boyfriend at the time in high school, and at the time I felt like I could tell my mom everything. I'm like, I hid it for a while. And when she did find out, she was upset, like sent me to my room and all that. But when she came around, like she just knew. And this guy, like we had broken up, and I was like heartbroken. And I come to my mom like, he broke up with me. He left me for another troll. And then anyway, he came back begging, okay?
As they always
but
do.
the point is, I told my mom, and then one day she like asked me to do something, like wash the dishes or something, and I was giving her a hard time. I was a kid, I was a teenager, and I didn't want to. And she was like, "Por eso te dejó." And I was like, oh, like she just like threw it in my face, and I'm like, damn, like I was like kind of heartbroken. I'm like, how are you gonna do that to me? Like I was a baby, and like, you know, but she was just so upset that I didn't want to wash the dishes. Like I still don't want to wash the dishes, Mom.
That hasn't changed. Don't wash the dishes.
Literally, that's your trauma with the dishes.
Yeah, I was kind of traumatized, and you know what? But it's like my mom broke so many. What is it?
Generational curses.
Yeah, where she became so much better than her mom, and I give her so much props for that because my grandma was a tough lady. Like I was scared of her, but you know what? We're all getting a little bit better as we go.
Absolutely.
And so with Celine, I just like one thing, even my sister, my older sister and I were like, we always want to make sure that our kids like are comfortable coming to us and telling us anything.
Yeah, and they know that you're not going to say it to anybody else.
Or, like,
use it against them.
Yeah, use it against them, or just listen before you react. And, you know, we'll talk about it later or whatever. Like, that's one thing that I definitely 100% like. And thank God Jorge is so patient too, where I feel like if something she can't tell me or tell him, like we could, you know, he's so patient. He's such a good listener where I feel like, this girl's in good hands, man.
Yeah. She does have amazing parents.
Having a good partner makes all of the difference, especially even for moms. Like we talk about this all the time, how our parenting, and we try our best and we try to break generational curses. But I think having a great partner helps so much so that you don't have the entire load on yourself.
And it's like, how do you guarantee that you're gonna have a good partner? You don't. It's like
it's
you're
a
literally gambling.
Yeah.
And so when I say like things online, like you have to have a good partner, and some girls get mad, like, well, I didn't sign up for an abusive husband, and I'm like, sometimes you gotta watch what you say, because like I didn't know Jorge was gonna be an amazing father. Like I mean, I knew he was once we were married. Yeah. But you never know that going into like a marriage, because some husbands switch up once you get married.
Exactly.
Like I've seen it firsthand. And so it's kind of scary, because you just never know. Like when Jorge was going to first move here, I was a little scared because all I had ever known was him at his mom's house, you know, me visiting for a few days. Like it wasn't, we didn't live together, and all of a sudden he was going to pickup, and he came with a little bag, dude. Now that I think about it, that's crazy. I would have had all my maletas. He came with a little duffel bag, not even a check-in luggage, a little tiny duffel check-in, like a carry-on bag. And he just came over, and I thought low-key, I was like, what if he's like super machista? What if
it never came to you until then?
Yeah, I just thought, like, I see these typical Mexican men
exactly
that are abusive, and since I've seen guys switch up so quick after marriage, I was like, what if that's my future? But like I had faith that he wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And thank God. I feel like after we got married, he just became a better man, because we were a little toxic in the beginning,
as everyone is.
Who hasn't been?
Like, we've all been there.
And so I feel like I got super lucky, man.
Absolutely.
Aww.
You guys are like a power couple.
Literally.
I love that.
I love how you guys speak about each other too.
I know.
You guys are always so sweet.
Each other. You're like, I'm missing him right now.
I'm gonna go and have a say. I want to know what he says about me.
I'm like, can you go in the other room and then we'll ask him what he thinks about you? Well, we know that being a mom is hard. We already talked about a few reasons why, and in marriage it's hard. Because I feel like we usually don't prioritize ourselves. We were like, let's just give it all to our husband, all to the kids, all to the house and clean and everything. How do you do it? What is your routine daily where you give yourself 5 minutes in the morning or at night? Or how do you get your me time?
Yeah, sometimes I don't get that me time.
That is so
I'm not
honest.
gonna lie, lately I've been kind of going a little crazy. I feel like the only times I really get me time is like when I go get my nails done.
Yes.
And even then I'm like, oh, I'm taking too long, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, so I kind of struggle with that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm like, I'll wake up earlier and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up, get myself ready, because I know if I don't get myself ready first thing in the morning, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then lately Celine like feels me get up and she's like, where are we going?
She's like, it's ready to start the day.
So sometimes I do struggle having me time. I'm not gonna lie. But like I mentioned, lately we have been getting a little bit more help, and so sometimes instead of working, I'll just go get myself a coffee, even if it's like a quick trip to get coffee, and sometimes I'll like, let me just turn on Netflix for a little bit. Like those are like the little things that make me happy. Or if Jorge's playing with her, even if I'm washing the dishes, like, ooh, I gotta watch my own Netflix show while I wash the dishes. So it's definitely looking a lot different than it used to, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
And I kind of stopped working now, but I'm gonna start next week, okay? You guys are gonna keep me
like
accountable. Monday, I'm gonna start doing Pilates, okay?
We're gonna be like, how was your workout?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I think workout classes are so much easier than going to the gym.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's like you're locked in.
Exactly. 45 minutes.
And I was
an
going
hour.
to like a hair gym.
Oh yeah. Those are a little
it
intense.
just wasn't tickling my pickle anymore.
Like I didn't feel the tickles.
Yeah.
Pickles.
And you go, and I kind of felt like there was just like these, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me try something new. So I'm gonna start doing Pilates.
Yeah.
And I asked a friend that lives around here, and I'm like, she recommended a good class. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Yeah,
so
it makes all of
check
the
in with
difference.
me on Monday.
I'm gonna text you.
I know
hey,
Pilates. You're a Pilates queen.
She is a Pilates queen.
You've been going. You guys have both been killing it.
I'm like, we're
Thank
trying.
you. Thank you. It makes all of the difference, because I was like you. I couldn't find any time for myself. And then I'm like, wait, if I work out, I'll get time to myself.
Yeah.
Nobody can come to the gym with me.
needs me.
Yeah.
Well, not to the gym, but to my classes. And it's been so nice because Pilates is an outlet,
Yes. And just to have like free time for a little bit. And it's not like I can't. Like I know if I tell hey, I'm gonna go do this, like I could do it, but it's just I need to prioritize myself.
Exactly. It's that guilt.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I do realize once comadre, I love you to death, but it's like once like cuando estás sola, that's when you prioritize yourself. And I'm like, damn, dude, like fuck yeah, like props to you, because you'd be looking real good, girl. But like I want to do that for myself too,
Yeah,
as you should.
So do you doom scroll or no? Because I'm like, I would doom scrolling, girl. I go to sleep at 1 in the morning.
I'm so bad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so bad. I'm like, si pusiera tanta pinche energía a hacer otra cosa. It's so bad, because I'll be like, let me just do one more. And I know once I start skipping, I'm like, okay, time to go to bed, because like nothing is entertaining anymore. Yeah, it sucks.
What's
I'm
your
so
go-to
bad.
social media?
TikTok. And it's so funny because when I was with a friend and we were getting ready together, and we were just like scrolling on my TikTok while we were getting ready, and she's like, "Damn, dude, like they're all story times. I love me a good story time, girl. All the story times, send them my way. Like, oh, how I caught my husband cheating. Oh, how I found out my mom, and like, dude, it's just like all the story times. Like that's kind of my weakness.
Yeah, I love that.
Love the drama.
And you get time to like get out of your reality. And you're like,
Yes.
oh shit, like that's some tea.
Yes, and I'll just start listening to it like if it's a podcast, and I'm like, okay. And so yeah, it sucks that I'm trying to get better, because even my sister, my older sister, we were literally just talking about this yesterday. We're like, we need to get better about scrolling because
That's social media, girl.
I know.
Do you have things that you do monthly that you're like, okay, I have to get my hair done, get my nails done, get a pedicure? And do you do those all at once, or do you like schedule them out?
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I need to get my hair done. We're gonna do that next week. You guys have been putting me on check with my canas, but I don't understand. Like, it's natural.
It's natural.
Ya tengo 33 años, chill, okay? Like, it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna, my hair, I don't do my hair every month, but 100% my nails and 100% a pedicure. Mm-hmm. Like, even if I know I'm not gonna be going out, if it's cold as hell, I'm not gonna be wearing heels or something, like I have to have my pedicure done, because if I don't know, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. I don't know what it is, but my eyebrows, I think that's pretty much it. And that's like the time I get to myself. Like, okay, I'm going to go get my eyebrows done. Then I come get my nails and my toes done.
Yeah. Period. But I feel like that's a good routine to have.
And that's something that just makes me feel better. Like, if I don't have my nails done, I just don't feel like put together. And if I'm gonna go out, like leave the house, I either have to have my hair done or have some makeup on. Mm-hmm. I can't have both of them looking crazy, because then I just don't feel good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to ask that, like, what is a non-negotiable self-care thing that you do for yourself every single day? You're like, I have to do this every single day for myself.
Just either my hair or my makeup. And if I have both, you know it's a good day. A good day. You'll be seeing me active on social media, girl. Snapchat.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's when you know I'm having a good day, is when I'm posting more and I have my hair and my makeup done. But as long as I have one or the other, like, I'm feeling fine.
Yeah.
And it's just, dude, I hate that Jorge literally gets up, nomás se cambia, and he looked real good, and I'm just like,
you're like, no concealer,
nothing.
No
so yesterday we were on our way to breakfast, and I was putting on some makeup. I'm like, I hate being a girl.
Literally,
it's so hard.
I hate having to do my car in the makeup.
Exactly.
I know. Exactly. Yeah, it's okay. No pasa nada. Yeah.
It's just a season.
Yeah, it's a season. But sometimes I'm like, if I would have woken up 30 minutes earlier, could have got everything done, and I wouldn't have to be struggling in the car. But
same.
But you manage. You find the time.
Yeah, we make it work. No pasa nada.
Would you say that the saying is true when they say that a woman is the how do they say? It's like the interpretation of the kind of man you have at home?
Oh, I have seen like TikToks about that. Like, if the woman is put together, that means the man is like taking care of you and stuff.
Yes.
Well, what would I say? Damn, well, Jorge's always put together. So what does that say about me?
Exactly.
She's like, let's reverse. I'm like, that doesn't apply to us.
You know what? Yes and no. Yes and no. I would say, I mean, yeah, just because
we all know like Hispanic couples, right? Some men are machistas. They're I put the bread on the table. I don't have to care for the kids. You don't have to go get your nails done. So I feel like in a sense it is true, because if your husband's like, honey, go do your nails, I'm going to put Celine to bed. Like, you're like, oh, period. And then you feel happier and you feel better.
Yes. So then you just feel so much better about yourself, and you feel better about your relationship and all that stuff. Yep. But sometimes, girl, I just can't get it together.
You're like, I have the support, but I don't want to go.
No, some days where I'm like, hey, am I going to leave the house today? But even if I don't leave the house, if I do something, like, I just feel better and I have a more productive day. So yeah, I definitely do think so. And I don't want to look crazy and have my husband looking at me like, damn, like this girl needs to get it together. Because I remember when we were dating and stuff, he's like, well, I love how you always have your nails done. And I'm like, and I always remember that. Yeah. So that's not why I get my nails done. But
it's nice to know.
But like, it's nice that he actually notices. That, like, you know what? Like, I do care to have myself put together, because
I feel like as us having Hispanic parents and coming from a Hispanic background, it was it wasn't always easy to see a healthy marriage, I'd say. And Noemi and I talk about this a lot. Like, our moms didn't sit and say like, hey, when you want to have sex, like, this is what you do. Or like, there were so many things that I just didn't know until you find out. It's like, fuck around and find out. Like, you get married and you're like, oh shit, girl. Like, what?
My mom, it was like so taboo. And I think it was just like the older generation where it was just not something you talk about. Like, I was talking to my mom about somebody I know getting their period, and I told my mom, and she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, mom. I was like, you never talked to us about that. She was like, sí. She's like, yo les dije que un día les va a llegar un sorpresita roja.
That's them talking about it.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if it wasn't for school, I would have never learned that.
They just sugarcoat everything. They're like,
and some of my sisters like never even told my mom, and I'm just like, I don't want that relationship with my daughter. I want her to feel comfortable and know these things, and especially about sex. And that's why there's like a lot of teen pregnancies and stuff.
Absolutely.
Because the parents don't talk about it. And so that I'm like, it's funny because everything we're talking about, I'm like, I literally just talked to Jorge about it. I was like, how are we going to talk to her about it?
Exactly.
Like, she's still a baby, but I want to be able to have that conversation with her where she feels comfortable and so that she's safe. Exactly. Because, dude, teenagers are teenagers.
And they're crazy.
And you want to hope and pray that they make the right decisions.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I was a good kid, man. Like, I was a good
pat
kid.
Yourself on the back.
But my mom never talked to me about it, but I was always like a little scared and like, but I want my kids to feel comfortable. But yeah, it sucks that they never talk. My dad, forget it. Never mentioned anything.
It's like you said, it was dangerous to go to Mexico. That's it.
Yeah, and talk to boys. And my mom just never. I remember her making a little comment one time to like one of my sisters, like, te voy a poner una like a Advil or something en las piernas y no deja que te caiga or something like that. So she wouldn't like, oh my God, mom. Like, and I never understood. I was like, what is she talking about? And then it made sense. I was like, oh, okay. She like, what? Like, just talk about it.
Just like,
what are you scared of?
And I think that's the thing that they're scared. Like, oh, if I tell them, they're going to want to do it more. Instead of, if I tell them, they're going to be safe.
It's okay to do it, maybe, but no. So I don't know, how old were you guys when did your parents talk to you guys about it?
That's the thing. We're like, we had no idea. If it wasn't for school, like, these are condoms and this is birth control and have safe sex because STDs exist.
Yeah.
Our parents never said that to us. So it's like, it makes sense. Even how they grew up too. My mom's like, well, nunca se escuchaba de que eso. I'm like, because nobody was talking about it. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, nobody was talking about it. So did you talk to your mom recently about it?
No, I'm like, we're going to bring them on the podcast.
Oh my God, yeah.
Why didn't you guys tell us?
Yeah, really, like, so?
Because the reason I ask that is because when you get married, obviously you're having sex and doing all the things. And I feel like your parents didn't sit there and say, hey, like, sex is an important part of intimacy. And you need to feel connected to your partner and stuff. And I think as women, we're like, what do you mean you want to have sex every day? Like, Jesus, leave me alone.
Like, what's wrong with you, boy?
Yeah. And nobody told you, like, that's like, duh, your partner wants to have sex with you every day. Like, that's just how men are.
Men are just so built different. So
they're super different. So would you say that sex is an important part of marriage?
It is huge, you guys. It is huge. And I'm just going to say, I mean, I think I've talked about this before, but when Jorge and I me changing the subject. When Jorge first moved in, to my parents' house, they made us sleep separately. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, we're literally going to get married in a few weeks because we already knew. Can we just sleep in the same room? And she was pissed. No. En mi casa, no. I'm like, okay, well, just wait for you to go to sleep. And
you're like, ¿qué va a pasar?
And she was like totally against it. And so, but going back to the question, it's super important, you guys. And you know what? Sometimes, like, as a woman, I kind of forget. And so when he brings it up to me, like, there was a time after we had Celine where, like, it was non-existent. It wasn't just like the cuarentena. Like, I was just like, my brain was not thinking about it. I didn't want it. Like, I didn't crave it. And I was kind of scared, dude, because after giving birth, it's kind of like,
you're like, I don't want nothing.
You just feel so different. Your body feels different. And I'm like, is it gonna look the same? Like, what is it?
I'm like, do you want to show me a mirror?
Yeah.
Can you take a picture? You know, I was scared to even look at it. I'm like, hey, something's wrong down there. I know
it's scary, dude. It's scary. And then I tore too. So I was like, I don't even want to think about it. I was scared.
Yeah.
I was so scared. And so it got to a point where, like, we sat on this exact couch And we were like talking, and we just
Should
like,
we be on this couch?
What do you mean?
we were just talking. But hey, I'm just
I'm like, it's real comfy and
Well,
it's
this
bouncy.
this is a good texture.
yeah, we literally spilled our hearts out. And we're like, okay, like, you know, it's important. And I knew it was definitely important for him. And I was like, I knew I wanted to get back into it, but I was scared.
Yeah. Yes.
And we're like, okay, but we need to pour into our cups in order to do that. Like, because I was like going through it.
Yeah.
It is super important. It is super important to prioritize that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that you said that you sat down and had a conversation, because there's men that are like, pues no me lo da, like, what am I gonna do? And then there's women that are like, well, maybe if he helped around the house, if he helped me with the kids, I wouldn't feel so mentally loaded.
That's one thing that I'm so grateful for, is that we've always been really good about like sitting down and having a conversation about whatever is on our minds. And so thank God, dude, because sometimes I'm like the impatient one. I'm the one with the attitude, and he's the one that like reels me back and like, okay,
Like, siéntate, vamos a hablar.
yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
So like, let me be dramatic.
Sometimes we just want them to read our minds, and why don't you read my mind?
Exactly.
If you don't read my mind, bro, then what the hell? I gotta find a
What
new
are we
one.
doing here?
You're broken. No,
So
but,
how many times would you say is healthy in a marriage during the week?
caray. Wow, she's getting spicy over here.
Yeah.
I like spill all the beans.
Yeah, please.
Spill all the beans before or after marriage, or before kids or after kids?
I would say right now during kids, because I feel like this is the most relatable time. Because antes you were like, hey, let's just do it right now, wherever.
Yes.
And with kids, it's a little hard, girl.
Yeah, with kids, it's definitely hard, especially right now because Helene is like sleeping in between us.
Aparte de todo, yeah.
You know, you got to be a little bit creative. So I
Absolutely.
mean, I can't speak for everybody, but for us, I'm gonna be honest, you guys. Sometimes like in una semana, like we don't do anything, and there's some weeks where we're feeling a little spicy, and it's like every other day. I'm not gonna say it's every day, because girl, it ain't every day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk, but sometimes you gotta get a little bit creative and just make it work.
Spice it up.
Yeah, spice it up. So I don't know. I feel like 3 is a good number.
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's
like a
a
good
spot.
week. I feel like 3 is a good week.
Yeah.
But don't push it.
But yeah, yes.
But a fourth time, chill.
But yeah, with Celine in the middle, it could be kind of hard. So I mean, we have other rooms and stuff, but ahorita como que si siente que te levanta.
I know, I'm like,
Do you guys like my couch?
Your couch is
I
so
just had to clean. No, but you know what? You got to figure it out. You make it work. I know. I did see a TikTok about. They're like, you got to be careful with the room sharing.
Oh yeah.
Because that means like everywhere else in the house has been used.
saw that. Yeah.
Like when a parent tells you that they room share, you're like,
Yeah, well, you guys tell me
Interesting.
how many times a week do you think is
I would
healthy?
say exactly like
The
that.
same.
Three
exactly.
is a good number, right?
I'm like,
Okay,
when-
I'm not by myself on this.
No.
one.
Yeah, no. When we push it to 4, I'm like, damn, this was a real good week.
Yeah. Like,
Catch
okay,
us
like,
up on
what do
the
you want?
If you push it
telling
to
me.
4, you were probably ovulating. I was probably ovulating, you know,
for
like,
sure.
and that's probably when we shouldn't be.
Yeah, when you shouldn't be is when you
when
want
you
to do
shouldn't
it.
be.
Yeah, that's so
No, I
validating to
agree.
hear, right? Because
Yeah.
we actually talked about this like on 2 podcasts ago, and we're like, is something wrong with us? Like, because we don't want it all the time.
Yeah.
But that's so
No.
validating that every single woman kind of has said, not everyone, but for the most part, we hear the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
we are not trying to get it on every single day, you know?
No, it's a lot.
It is.
And then you're just tired, but you know what? It's okay. I know there's girls that like are very active, especially after I'm like, okay, what are you drinking? What vitamins are you taking?
Yes.
It's not like I don't want it, but it's like I literally physically, like I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
So
And that's when you
validating
gotta
to
start this shit, girl.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
If Jorge would hear me talking over here, we never talk like this on any other platform. You guys getting the tea over here now.
That's why it's
Thanks,
spill the
we're
beans.
honored.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and it's not like I'm not attracted to my man, because
No, no,
especially
absolutely.
when he throws his tejana on, I'm like, come over here, baby. Like, we don't gotta go anywhere.
Well, is this TMI in Mexico when we were all just sharing the house?
Oh my god!
You're like, girl, what's going on? Like,
No, dude. And then I was and then the house that we were in, our room, I was sharing it. It had like a bunch of bunk beds. Yeah, they just like, if you want to use my room, you guys can use my room.
like,
we
girl,
got a lot of rooms
the
over here.
couch, shit.
You're like, yes, I will.
I'm like, hey, the car in the garage, no pasa nada.
Yeah, the house was huge. you
Yeah,
guys.
it was huge.
And no lo dejamos echar a perder. I'm just kidding.
Literally.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, the Mexico trip.
Yeah, no, that trip was so much fun.
It was fun.
So much fun.
I know.
Y un día íbamos a salir, you guys, y estas me sorprendieron con música.
We're like, we ain't
I
going out. We're
was
celebrating right
shooketh.
here.
I was shooketh. That was great. It was a great experience. When are we going to go back to Mexico?
No, you were just saying about going to Mexico in a few months. I'm like, hey, count me in for that one, please.
Let's go to the rancho.
Like, let's just go do a tour of Mexico. Like, we'll go to yours, then we'll go to Durango.
Oh my
we'll
God,
go to Mazatlan.
that
then
would
we'll
be
go to,
so much fun.
So
Mexico
tour
tour
with the kids.
Like showing them around everywhere.
Yes,
Oh.
that would be so much fun. I love it because they just like seeing the world through their little eyes just makes everything so much more fun.
Absolutely.
So much more fun.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It could be like the most boring thing, but you're having fun because the kids are happy and they're
Well,
having fun.
se están divirtiendo con tierra and you're like, oh my God, I love this.
they're having their best life. And that's all they want to do, honestly.
Yeah.
They just want to play with the dirt.
And the kids.
Yeah, so they will wake up in the morning and be like, Vaca. And she just wants to go outside
Oh, I love that.
and just look at the animals. And I'm like, how am I going to leave?
Oh.
Now that we're in the spicy question.
I was joking.
We don't want to get you too nervous, so we're gonna do a rapid fire Q&A.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you don't have to like elaborate, which I know it's gonna be hard for us to be like, wait, tell me more.
Okay.
But these are gonna be rapid fire questions that you just the first thing comes to your mind, you answer
God.
it, and we will not pry.
Yeah, you can. This is a
plead the
safe
fifth on
space.
someone?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
like, just say I plead the fifth.
Next, please. All right, you ready?
No, I'm not ready. Okay, go.
This is a kind of a crazy one to start with, but who do you think has a higher sex drive, you or your husband?
Jorge.
Yeah, the men.
Easy
Always,
peasy.
I know. Like, that was a given.
Okay, who's more dramatic in the relationship, you or him?
I plead the fifth.
I love that.
That's so funny. Was sex better before kids or after?
Oh, before kids, 100%. It
Yeah.
was just like a whole nother world, girl. But lately, okay, I can't elaborate. But lately, we've been exploring it. Things are getting crazy. But but before,
Wait, can you?
before
Like,
1000%,
like,
it
we
was
are
like,
married and would like some tips.
Actually, yeah. Can you tell it for the married girls?
No.
She's like, a lady never
You
tells.
put it on your close friends.
Literally. She's like, and here's tonight. This is
Oh my
what's
God.
going on. The
Like,
setup.
this is what we're experiencing.
This is the
Follow me
setup
on
for tonight.
Snapchat.
For real. We'll have her Snapchat link.
Imagine.
Okay. Lights on or lights off?
Oh, lights off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
Who initiates more?
Jorge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I do it, it's like, oh, what's going on? Like, it's Jorge. Yeah.
Yeah. Quickies. Are they overrated or elite?
I think right now they're elite.
Yeah. Absolutely agree.
Regular sex or makeup sex?
Ooh, makeup, sex is, you know.
Just talking about that. We're like, dang, girl.
It's like, I'm annoyed with you, but you know what? I'm going to wait till later. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Wink, wink.
Do you believe in scheduling sex? Or are you more
For
spontaneous?
us, I don't believe in scheduling it.
No.
I don't know if it works for anybody else, but
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
I
like,
don't
you're like,
think-
you know what? On Saturday, we'll do it that
well,
night.
I feel like maybe if it's like, oh, Saturday's date night, like you
Oh,
kind of
okay.
already
Yeah.
know
Yeah. That's
things
like
are
this-
gonna go down. But you know what I did see? I saw this TikTok where it's like, instead of after, it should be before, because then you guys are gonna like, you don't have to wait. Like, I don't know. Did you see that? Where she was like, it's way better before you go on a date, because then you guys are already in a good mood. You don't have to worry about it later. You're already smelling good. You're already
okay. That makes sense.
I
That's
saw
so
TikTok. I'm
true.
like, I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Well, let us know
Like,
next
good
date
tips.
night
How that goes.
how that goes.
Like next time you're on a date, I'm like, I wonder if she did before or
I know.
after.
let me reach out. Let me be like, how was it?
I'm like, please add your tips right now. Well, Adriana, I think that was it for today's podcast.
Wow, I wish I had some rapid fire questions for you guys. That's not fair.
I'm like, think of one right now.
Yeah, you gotta answer all those questions.
I'm like, let's see.
No, just kidding.
And I feel like it's so relatable though, because we are more dramatic in the relation. Like, you gotta spice it up, don't you think? Sometimes you just gotta
what
pick
would
a
you
fight.
do? That would be a boring ass relationship if
Yeah.
I don't have an attitude every so often, at least once a
Like,
day.
yeah, at least. And I think with like now that being moms and stuff, I'm like, yeah, lights off completely.
Yeah, but
Dark.
I've always
No.
been like insecure, like about
Same.
my body ever
Yeah.
since I was young. So it was always like, turn the lights off.
Always
Yeah,
lights
no
off.
lamps, no
Yeah,
light,
I was
nothing,
just, you know, I
please.
was ever since I was young. I don't know. Let's
Same.
explore with our hands, okay? We don't
like,
gotta
that's
see each
more
other.
fun
I already know what you
anyway.
look like.
Before we go, I wrote you a poem.
Y ahora un poema.
What do you mean?
It took me all night.
She was
That's why you
thinking
didn't
about it.
sleep.
Yeah, I was like, what else can I say?
It's so
Cue the
beautiful.
sad music. No vengo a hablarles de droga, tampoco violencia. Tranquilo mejor. Ya he vivido de todo, Y solo le salgo al toro. Me navego un perfil bajo.
Sing a song, girl.
Yo solo sé lo que rolo. Y si ando en mis Zacatecas, la ruta es un moto. Y si prende la...
I hate
She's
you.
like, wait.
You better sing it, girl.
Estado de Zacatecas. Come on.
Oh my God, you're hilarious.
you?
I was like, wait, this sounds familiar. How the hell did you even think about that? You're so funny.
We thought about it yesterday when I wrote a poem for Lulu too, and I was like, no, we're gonna do it for
You're
Every single one.
hilarious. I was like, wait a second.
Were
this
you
sounds
confused? You're like, why would you write
like,
a poem?
Huh? Hold on. This sounds like it should be sung.
You're like,
Oh my God,
Cue the
that's a good
music.
one. Cue the sad music.
and it's like, los violines. Well, thank you so much for being on
thank
our
you guys
pod.
for having me. I don't know why I was nervous. I had the best time.
I'm
I
so
appreciate you guys
glad.
for reaching out. And
No, we are so honored. I know that you've never done this before, and I was like, hey, you know what? If you don't want to, please say no. But we're honored to have seen such a different side of you, because I think because you and Jorge are always together. We always get you guys as a power couple. But I know there's a strong machine behind that head, and I wanted to, dive into it and let people know a little bit more about you, because you're such a cool girl.
Yes,
Well, thank you
so
guys.
much.
I can't wait for it to come out. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and quien sabe, I'll be back soon one day.
Hey, you heard it here.
Next time to be more spicy. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you
In the next one. Bye.